quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down.
watch who's going to set up. He's going to go for the... It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
The University of Illinois, home to the Blue Water supercomputer, but even it's not able to predict what's going to happen here tonight as the number 4 Oklahoma Sooners make their first trip ever to Champaign to take on the number 10 Fighting Illini. My name's Kevin Hicks, and with me tonight is Tony Papel. Tony, Oklahoma comes in undefeated, but only after escaping a close one in Texas last week. What do the Fighting Illini have to do tonight to defend their home field successfully?
Well, I think the Illini have to be, essentially perfect. Oklahoma has looked beatable a few times this season, but they have to make sure that they can force turnovers on defense. Derek Power has thrown 10 interceptions, which is a bunch. So they have to cause some chaos defensively.
And Illinois will be starting out on offense with a quick pitch to the left, running out and picking up 0 yards on that quick toss. Spencer Lewis Jr. Not able to break anything free on that one.
No, he wasn't. That's a quick, easy pass to get Shoemate comfortable on offense first and get him established throughout this game.
Now 2nd and 10, tight end in motion from right to left. Play action, toss over the middle, caught and taken down after a 17-yard gain is T. Weary.
Yeah, the Chicago native, T. Weary, the senior wide receiver, makes a great route across the middle of the field, an in-breaking route, and then hits the slant. Great catch. Kevin, I say this every single game. My favorite part of the field to utilize on offense is about 8 to 15 yards over the middle. Not a lot of teams do it, but they did right there with success.
I agree that I feel like that's an underdeveloped part of the passing game, despite all the passes we see. As we see another pass, and Halderman comes up, almost makes a play on that one, but instead it falls incomplete, going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Halderman has 3 interceptions on the season. If he catches that one, that's a pick 6.
Now back in the shotgun to Shoemate, 3 receivers to the right, quick wide receiver screen. We saw that last night work a couple of times before it started getting jumped on, but T. Weary not able to pick up any yards there. Going to be 3rd and 10 coming up.
Dejon Richardson made a nice job of getting out to Weary to bring him down.
Now 3 receivers on the left-hand side. Toss again to the middle of the field, but this time jumping up and knocking it down are the Sooners. 4th down, here comes the punt team.
That was Marcus Elliott, the junior cornerback, with the deflection. That pass deflection sets the Oklahoma record for pass deflections in a career. So congratulations to Marcus Elliott for that achievement.
That's amazing, and still with quite a bit of time left in this season to stretch that record out, as we now see Oklahoma coming out on offense. Derek Powers going to be leading, starting off at the 26-yard line. Coming out, receivers bunched on either side of the line. Powers dropping back, looking, doesn't see anything, is scrambling to his right, makes a toss at the last second, and Greg Givens Sr. makes the catch but loses 1 on the play.
Yeah, Givens has been the go-to receiver all season for Derek Power. He leads the team in receptions, yardage, and touchdown receptions. So the Illini have to make sure they know where Givens is on the field at all times if they want to stop this powerhouse Sooners offense.
Now coming out 2nd and 11. Power back in the shotgun again. 3 receivers to his left, hands the ball off, and running up the right-hand side and bowling over defenders is Ike Porter, who picks up 9. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, great rush there by Ike Porter. Got back what was lost on that first play. Porter is 12th in the CFSL in rush yardage, adding more to his total there.
3rd and short coming up. Out of the shotgun, Power again tossing over the middle. That's caught and able to squirt forward again. Ike Porter picks up another 10. 1st down for the Sooners.
Yeah, fantastic job utilizing him in the run game, and they're out of the backfield in the pass game. Very difficult for those linebackers to cover.
Now out of the pistol, hands the ball off again. And again, that's Ike Porter, picks up another 12, bowling over the Fighting Illini, picking up another 1st down.
Yeah, maybe that's what this Oklahoma offense has brought into this game. Utilize Porter a bit more on the ground, but and then they come out and spread. What do I know, Kevin?
Yeah, as soon as we think we know what's going on, they completely change it up on us, and that's Greg Gibbons Sr., the other person you've called out today, so you're still right, picks up 8 yards.
Well, I'm going to take it, Kevin. You gave it to me, and I can't let that one slip away. That's a fantastic catch. Just sat that right down, knew where the soft spot in that coverage was, and picked up a quick 8.
Illini trying to make sure they bend but don't break. Ball sitting at the 36-yard line. In the pistol is Power, who's driving back, looking, pressure coming, and he just throws this one away. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 again.
Yeah, nice job by that Illini defense, just forcing the quick throwaway. Coverage was too good down the field. Power, smart not to try and force anything.
3rd and a short 2. Ball handed off again, and that's going to be Ike Porter dashing forward, picks up another 7 and another first down.
Yeah, Porter's averaging over 9 yards a carry so far on 3 rushes. That Illinois defense, those safeties and those linebackers are having to make that initial contact instead of that front 4. They have to do a better job of getting hands on Porter.
Illinois defense expecting the pass, and not able to do anything with that one is Derek Power. Just throws that one over his receiver's head out of bounds.
Like you said, they were expecting the pass, and they covered it well that time.
3 receivers to Derek's right. He hands the ball off. That's going to be Ike Porter again. Another 8 yards, technically dropping his average, but still averaging 9 yards a carry.
It does drop it, you're right. So if you're Porter, you don't want to see that. You just want to see those nice wide open holes. That tackle actually brought him forward instead of just letting him brought down to the side.
Now 3rd and 2 again, and that seems to be where Oklahoma is living tonight. But Ike Porter picks up another 5 and another first down.
Yeah, that's a great job exactly by that Illinois offense. We've got a pick 6 on the Twitch game. Means that Ohio State has taken the 7-0 lead early.
Good game there. Derek Porter, or Power, looking, and they're going to say that falls incomplete. He seemed to hold on to that ball for an awfully long time for it to be considered incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, the refs have been inconsistent at best this season, Kevin. Who knows what a catch is or is not?
If they've been watching the NFL, it's hard to tell there as well. Now a nice toss over the middle. That's going to be Bobby Moss who makes the catch, picks up 4. It's 3rd down again, but this time they got 6 yards to go.
Yeah, and that's Luka Hudson and J.W. Ibeck with the tackle. They're bringing him down. They give the credit to Ibeck. He has 5 tackles already tonight. He leads the team with 35 and entering this ball game. He's been all over the field defensively this season for the Illini, and he's going to have to continue to do so.
Sooners spreading it out. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Derek Power dropping back. Thinks he has an open man, and no, Cletarius White comes in with the deflection. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the field goal team is walking on for the Sooners.
Yeah, I think this is a great stop if you're Illinois. You have to be very satisfied with this. White that's his 2nd pass deflection on the season. No interceptions. That would have been a huge one for the sophomore, but unfortunately couldn't come up with it. But they do limit the Sooners to 3. The Illini have to drive down the field, put points on the board. They cannot get down early in this ball game.
I do think that is going to be part of the trick for Illinois to keep this one close, is not falling behind and having to become predictable. As we're going to see Dallin Shoemate come back out, lead that offense out for a 2nd drive. Starting off at the 25-yard line. 1 receiver on either side out of the weak formation. And ball handed off and running forward and breaking a few tackles, and now with room to run. Down to the 40, getting down to the 30, has no one in front of him. That's going to be a touchdown for the Illini.
75-yard touchdown run by Spencer Lewis Jr. Unbelievable rushing yards there by the halfback. He had a big run or a big reception last week where he looked like he was down, but popped right back up. This time he broke 3 or 4 tackles, and the Sooners could not match his speed. He marched down that right sideline all the way into the end zone. The home crowd must be fired up for that one.
Absolutely. And in one play, Spencer Lewis Jr. has gained enough yards to equal what some teams are gaining in entire games on the ground.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You're right. He had about 225 yards. He's over 300 yards now on the season with 1 rush. Fantastic individual effort there to get the Illini on the board and in the lead.
The only downside, if you consider it a downside, is that the Illinois defense is now going to have to come right back out. Not much of a chance to catch their breath, but hopefully that play is going to energize them.
Yeah, you would absolutely think so. It would. They had a nice stand last time. We'll see if Oklahoma can put this one in the end zone now.
Now Derek Power back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Has time in the pocket, throws right onto the right hash, and that's going to be caught and brought in. Damian Jones picks up 9.
Yeah, great catch by Damian Jones from Plant City, Florida. That brings him over 300 yards on the season receiving-wise, so congratulations to the freshman.
Now the full house package, ball handed off. Going back to what's been working well, Ike Porter picks up another 7 yards.
7 yards does bring down his average, though, Kevin, and you hate to see that, still averaging 8 yards a carry so far.
Now this is going to be the game of the running backs for your fantasy football teams. As this ball's handed off again, Ike Porter only picks up 1 this time. That is not what we've seen from him all night tonight.
No, it wasn't. You're right. Brandon Catchings, the sophomore safety, flew up from that defensive backfield to make the play at the line of scrimmage.
Now going back to the pass play, has wide receiver screen. Good blocking on the outside, able to turn up the corner is Damian Jones, who picks up 14 and first down for the Sooners.
That's a great play call there. Utilizing the block by that outside wide receiver, get your playmaker in space, turn him upfield for a big gain.
We see the first down totals there. Only 1 first down for the Illini, but they've got the lead as Greg Gibbons Sr. makes the 7th first down for Oklahoma as they are now crossing into Illinois territory.
Not really sure what that run was by Gibbons. He had the pancake by Bobby Moss and then had more room out to the left, but just ran into the defender. Not really sure what that was.
Ball tossed, caught near the 20-yard line. Damian Jones picks up 8.
Yeah, great catch again. Damian Jones, 3 receptions. I think all 3 on this drive, so being very efficient here. The big target for Power on this drive is they try and march it into the end zone.
Now the Illini looking like they're bringing some pressure. It comes, hit as he throws, but complete over the middle. Damian Jones picks up another 9 yards and converts that first down.
Yeah, 4 receptions for 40 yards. Great job by Jones. Just finding, he keeps finding his way into the spot where there are no defenders. Great job knowing what the defense is doing.
Derek Power, drum back, has time in the pocket, throws left towards the sideline, and that one just a little bit underthrown as receiver looked to be already cutting towards the end zone.
Yeah, I did. That was Damian Jones again. Just put it where where the defense definitely could not get it.
Now pressure coming in up the middle, but it's caught over the middle. Colton Rhodes makes the touchdown grab for the Sooners.
The junior wide receiver from Guthrie, Oklahoma. Fantastic touchdown reception there. Rhodes utilizes that quick in-breaking slant from that inside wide receiver position. Utilizes that middle of the field, the middle of the defense. The linebackers just didn't know what hit them, and that's a quick touchdown. Great drive by Oklahoma, marching down the field and taking the lead back.
Yeah, we've now seen Oklahoma with 2 good sustained drives. It'll be up to Illinois now to see if they can find a way. Their first drive did not have much progress. The second drive, only 1 play, did give them a touchdown. So we'll have to see if maybe they can put something a bit more sustained together here.
Yeah, you're right. Look at that first down difference, 8-1. But that touchdown run didn't give them a first down. So that's where that discrepancy comes from. Like you said, we'll see how Shoemate can do here.
Now out of the eye, play action. Toss deep down the right side into coverage. And Marcus Elliott is able to bat that one away.
Yeah, that's the second deflection for Elliott on the night. That's a great job of just getting up over the receiver and making a play on the football.
We do see Illinois willing to take the shots downfield. And that time, not going anywhere is Shoemate. He gets dropped for an 8-yard loss on the sack. Jake Lawson getting credit for the tackle.
Yeah, that's Jack Lawson, the senior defensive end. That's his 8th sack on the season. He was tied for 9th in the CFSL. Well, now that gets him up a bit higher as well. Great job coming off that left edge and just getting into the backfield.
After the sack, it's 3rd and 18, empty backfield. Pressure coming on Shoemate, throws it towards the sideline, and that gets broken up, and it is going to be 4th and 18 as the punt team comes back out into the field for the Fighting Illini.
That was Connor Elmore, the safety, doing a great job of leaving that kind of center field safety position. Saw where the quarterback's eyes were and made the play on the receiver at the sideline. Gets the ball back to Oklahoma in fantastic field position.
That's right. Gets all the way out to the 40, but a flag is out. That one may be coming back.
Yeah, that's the clipping call that we see so often, especially on these returns. And that gets him back on the other side of the 50-yard line, not what Oklahoma wants to see.
Still, even with the penalty, only 60 yards to go to get another score. As Derek Power comes back out, has a back on either hip. Play action, toss over the middle, and that is caught. Damian Jones once again making a 7-yard grab.
Yeah, Jones is wide open across the middle of the field on nearly every play, it seems like. Just a fantastic job of Power, knowing where he is at all times and making the quick throw. I think he's the first read on every play now. Normally that would be Givens, but seeing what the Illini defense is giving him, he's just taking it.
Now you've definitely got two receivers with hot hands tonight, as now we have the read option from Derek Power, and he was able to run forward, pick up the first down, grab 7 yards on the ground himself, saying, I can do what Ike's doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. You're right, Kevin. He has 4 touchdown rushes, which is tied for 7th in the CFSL, but great job on the middle of the field.
Now drop back, receiver leaks out of the backfield. That one tossed in the middle, intercepted, and going the other way are the Illini, and they have broken free. This one's going back for 6. Almost caught from behind, but no, it is a touchdown for the Illini.
That is Thomas Schultz, the sophomore linebacker, first interception on the season. Great job of just being right in that passing lane, luring Power to make that throw, and he made him pay. Fantastic job. That's what this Illinois defense needed to do. They've stepped up twice now, and Oklahoma has to respond now. It's been a heavyweight fight so far. One punch has landed, and then the other team lands one.
Yeah, definitely seeing these two teams going at it. Tongs on fire, as this kickoff is brought in at the 2-yard line. Running forward and getting close to the 27 is Cedric Yardy.
Yeah, it's a great return there as well, setting up Oklahoma in decent field position here just across the 25-yard line.
Now coming out after that interception, Derek Power in the shotgun, 3 receivers left. Play action, has time in the pocket, stepping around, and is able to fire it, but caught and dropped at the last second. That's going to fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was Zay Martinez, the sophomore corner, had the huge hit to knock that ball out. Great defense there.
Now, dropping back to pass again, looking, throwing down the field, wide open, man, that's going to the house. Touchdown Sooners.
Yeah, and that is David Jones again, just wide open into the end zone. That's got to be a busted coverage there. Don't really know what happened. Maybe we could see it on the replay, but just burns the entire defense of Illinois. It's a heavyweight fight again. Another punch has been landed by Oklahoma here, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, normally in fights you see like someone throws a punch, you try to dodge a punch. These two are just standing there trading blows back and forth, and it's going to be whoever is able to take the last blow is going to be who wins this game, it looks like, as Shaq Edwards brings the ball out, gets to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Kevin. It will be. It might, at this stage, it might be who has the ball last. We'll see if Oklahoma maybe it gets a little bit hot in the second half like they normally do.
Out of the I formation, heading the ball off. And running forward, Spencer Lewis Jr. able to pick up 1. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, nice job there by Lewis just to pick up 1. That's Bronco Dukes with the freshman defensive tackle coming up with the tackle there. Quick update on the Twitch game. It is still 7-0, Ohio State winning.
All the scoring action is happening over here on YouTube. Make sure you tell your locker rooms to come in and join us as we have wide receiver in motion. Shoemate dropping back, throws to the outside and able to make the catch, but forced out of bounds is Spencer Lewis Jr. Picks up 2. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Nice job by that Oklahoma defense to make sure they covered him out of the backfield.
3rd and a long 7. Dropping deep, firing deep, and that is caught. Jessica Stevens manages to hold that one in and picks up 52.
What an unbelievable reception here by Jessica Stevens. Leads the team in receiving yards. It's a little bit underthrown, it looks like, and that's Marcus Elliott just couldn't come up with the deflection or the interception. Stevens, great body control to know where that football is going to land, and that gets the Illini inside the red zone.
Set up inside the 20 for the first time today, despite already having 14 points. Shoemate throwing left, caught, and getting to about the 10-yard line as Connor Stevens picks up 8.
Evan, that's tight end.
Yeah, and that's the end of the first quarter. It's 17-14, Oklahoma leading. You're watching the CFSL by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. Tony says, get your twos in chat, as we're going to see if the Illini can punch this one here in. Here as we start the second quarter. Toss to the left sideline, picking up the first down and getting to about the 5-yard line. Again, Connor Stevens tight end, put in some work.
Yeah, exactly. Both of our players are tight ends, Kevin, so we love to see the big boys get involved. Thank you, Drip God and Givens, for the twos. I think the record for twos is 7, so maybe make sure next time you get the twos up early and often.
First and goal from the 5. Shoemate looking and should have been a touchdown, but dropped as he turned upfield.
Yeah, I think that was Deontay Hill, the freshman wide receiver, who dropped that one in the end zone. That's got to be a touchdown.
Now out of the I formation, Shoemate has time, throws to the end zone. That one's intercepted and forced out of the end zone, so they're going to have the ball at the 2-yard line, but the Sooners able to prevent the score there.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Halderman with his 4th interception on the season. We called it earlier. You cannot have those drops, really bad drop in the end zone. And the very next play, it's intercepted. Illinois is very unlucky. They're great defense by the Sooners.
Now is first and goal from the 3. Ball handed off to Ike Porter just to buy some breathing room. He's able to pick up 4. Ball's going to be placed at the 7.
Yeah, we were on safety watch there, Kevin, but unfortunately, Ike Porter just does too good of a job to get out of the end zone.
Now 4 receivers to the left. Power looking, that one batted away. Luka Hudson there with the nice pass breakup.
Yeah, that's a great deflection. It looked like that might have been a little bit thrown behind the receiver. If that was thrown in front, it could have been a bigger gain. Now tight end in motion. Sets again. Looking to have some time. Pressure coming on the wide receiver screen play, and able to make the catch and steps out of bounds with room in front of him. Ike Porter only gets 10. Probably could have gotten another 10 if he'd been able to stay in bounds. Yeah, I think you're right. He went outside of that block instead of inside, where he could have picked up a bit more, Kevin. You're right. Now with some room, ball handed off, running on a sweep to the left. Ike Porter loses a yard on the play. I think that's the first negative play we've seen out of him tonight. I think you're exactly right. It is. That's J.W. Ibeck again. He leads the team in tackles for loss. That's his 11th on the season. Now setting up here, 2nd and 11. 3 receivers to Powers right, 1 to the left. Quick pass to the right, and that's Damian Jones, who's able to pick up 3 on a quick wide receiver toss. Yeah, that's Ibeck again with the tackle, but we saw them utilize that play effectively in the first quarter. Damian Jones had a bit more space. Looked like the linebacker flew out there, recognized the play call at that time. Now dropping back, pressure coming in Power's face. He throws it downfield, and Luka Hudson again there to make the defensive play. Breaks that one up. Oklahoma's going to have to punt this one away. It's a fantastic job by Hudson again, just in the right place at the right time, not letting the receiver come up with the football. And that's the stand Illinois needed. They were inside the red zone, inside the 5-yard line on their last drive through that costly interception. But looks like it hasn't hurt them too bad here. You obviously want to put points on the board to at least tie the ball game, but they have a chance to take the lead again. Starting with the ball on the 49 on the correct side of the 50. Shoemate throws to his right, has a man who's able to make the catch, but not able to break the tackles. Connor Stevens picks up 3. Yeah, as Hall says in chat, we don't get the 50 balls, the 50-50 balls. You might need to talk to your wide receivers coach to have your receivers, quote, get good. Oh, that's rough. And now on the option pitch,
Shoemate not able to even look at making the pitch, just gets leveled in the backfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that's TJ Gardner. That was rough, Kevin. That's a fantastic hit there by the freshman defensive end.
Oh, now with the ball sitting dead in the center of the field, Shoemate dropping back to pass, has time. The offensive line looking, ball's dropped on the ground, fumble, but it is recovered by the Illini. Not that it's going to matter too much because now it's 4th and 20.
Yeah, that was very, very lucky. Lawson gets into the backfield, knocks that football out, and that would be his second forced fumble of the season, but it looked like an offensive lineman landed on that one. They get the ball back quickly, though, here do the Sooners.
Now we're going to be playing the field position game after having traded some punches. Both teams maybe taking a bit of a breather on offense as that ball's brought in inside the 20 and run out to about the 30-yard line. A.J. Martinez there on the return.
Yeah, as you can see there, Bobby Moss has not really been involved in this football game, has 1 reception, only for 4 yards. Came into this game as he was 4th in the receiver chart. They're doing a great job of spreading the football around this season, are the Sooners, but look to see him get more involved here.
Taking a look, ball handed off Ike Porter. Ike Porter met in the backfield, loses 3 on the run. Looks like the Illini might have figured out what to do with Ike.
Yeah, that was a great job. Like Terrius White just stood him up in the backfield for the tackle for loss. Stevens in chat says that they have the best tight end in the league. I don't know, Kevin. I think you and I would like to have a word about that.
Maybe, but now you have Power looking to the right, and that's thrown into double coverage and intercepted again by the Illini, who are going to return it to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that's Luka Hudson. Had the 2 big pass deflections earlier on the drive. This time comes up with the interception, just could not connect with Damian Jones, and he brings that back into great field position for the Illini. You know, they're trading blows with touchdowns and points. They're trading blows with turnovers. Kevin, it started out as a defensive battle, then became offense, and now it might be back to defense. These are the kind of games we love.
Absolutely. Tick-tock goes the clock. That pendulum's going to keep on swinging, I think, as that one almost thrown it into the wrong hands for a pick 6, but the Sooners not able to hold on to that pass.
Oh, my goodness. I almost fell out of my chair there, Kevin. Dejon Richardson had a pick 6, but dropped it.
Now halfback screen to the left-hand side, and making the catch is Spencer Lewis Jr., who's able to stiff-arm a man and pick up 3.
Yeah, picks up 3 is exactly right. Gets them to 3rd and 7 here. Still very manageable. You're at least in field goal range. Cannot take a sack.
Can't take a sack. Don't want to throw another interception either. Shoemate looking, and they're going to say his arm was moving forward. That one falls incomplete, and that field goal team comes out trying to tie up the game.
Well, he almost did both.
Yeah, almost both of the things we didn't want, but that field goes up is no good. It drifted wide to the right, and that means the score is going to stay Oklahoma 17, Illinois 14, Sooners up by 3 and with the ball. Now looking to pick back up on offense, quick pass out to the left, and that's going to be brought in, pick up a 5. Damian Jones there on the play. As we're going to see what the Sooners have in store for them. Derek Powers dropped back into the shotgun again. 3 receivers to his right. Looking downfield, pressure coming up the middle, and that's a sack. And loss of 8. Carl Graham there making a great defensive play. And with that play, we're going to see what the Sooners can do on 3rd and very long, as the Illinois defense has definitely come to play in tonight's game. Now 3rd and long, 2 receivers either side. Derek Powers hands the ball off. Ike Porter looking to pick up some yardage, but not able to escape as he runs straight into 3 different defenders. It's going to bring up 4th and 9. Sooners coming back to punt. And Illinois going to be getting the ball back. We've got 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Punt is away. And that's going to drop in at the 35-yard line, running forward and getting almost back to the 50 is Shaq Edwards. Ball at the 49.5-yard line, just on the wrong side of the 50. Shoemate is looking dips forward like he was going to run, but instead passes to the left, and that is caught. Jessica Stevens picks up 3 yards, going to bring up 2nd and 7 there after taking a mighty blow. Looked like she almost let go of that ball for a second. I see in chat, Will Stevens saying 10 points left off the board, could be winning between a drop touchdown and a missed field goal. Yeah, I don't know that Illinois can be affording to leave points on the field tonight. As Shoemate drops back on the screen pass, but there is no blocking there for Spencer Lewis, who's going to lose 4. Brings up 3rd and 11. Ball's going to be at the 48-yard line. And absolutely, this is the game you want to have. No blowout, just exciting football, back and forth battle between 2 great teams as we near the end of the first half here. 3rd and 11. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends out on the field, 1 back in the backfield. Drum back looking and toss to the right, has a blocker, but not able to pick up the first down. It's Spencer Lewis, who's going to get 6, going to be 4th and 4, but that means the punt team's coming out, looking to pin the Sooners deep here. Punt is away, drifting towards the sideline. Ball caught at the 10 and forced out about the 18-yard line is A.J. Martinez. Just a 5-yard return there as we see some of the highlights from today's game. Both teams have something to be proud of right now. Good touchdowns, good passing, great defensive plays by both teams. And we will see what Oklahoma now has in store. Derek Power coming out. Has ball to Ike Porter, who this time has some room to run. Is able to pick up 6. His average has dropped now down to 5 yards, but still 5-yard average per run is what you'd like to see out of your running back, as we have 2nd and 4 now with just over 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. 4 receivers to the right. Derek Power looking, tossing over the middle. That is caught, breaking the first tackle, and stretching forward is Colton Rhodes, who makes a big play, picking up 20 yards. And we see the Oklahoma fans in chat begging for the Sooners to put together a drive that's going to end in some points, because it's been a while since we've seen Oklahoma get to the opposite end of the field. They have a long ways to go in this one now. Ball sitting at the 43-yard line. Empty backfield. Derek Power looking, tossing left. That one tossed and dropped. J.W. Ibeck not able to bring that one in for the interception. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Now with 2 receivers either side, play action. Derek Power looking, throws to the right, big catch at the 35-yard line. Bobby Moss with a nice 24-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a huge gain. Kevin, I'm back. Oh my goodness, my computer just completely froze up on me. I'm so sorry, but fantastic catch there as well. Great throw by Power.
Now, you had called earlier at the start of the second quarter that we hadn't seen Moss too much. Expected him to get more involved. That's a good way to get involved with a huge gain there. It's now sitting in the pistol. Derek Power hands the ball off. Ike Porter runs forward and is going to pick up 7 yards. Going to be 2nd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, Power has just been so effective. Down to only 5 yards a rush, but still, 5 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards on a first down carry. You're going to be moving down the field.
2nd and 3. Ball just outside the 25-yard line. Time in the pocket. Hit as he throws, though. Derek Power not able to make that one complete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Great job by that offensive line of Oklahoma to make sure that they were finding the blockers as they were getting off of different blocks.
Now drum back looking up, setting up the screen. Room to run. And now one man to beat and is able to make it in the end zone is Cedric Yardy, who's able to put the Oklahoma Sooners up by 9.
That's the 2nd receiving touchdown of the season for Cedric Yardy, the junior halfback. Great to see him get involved. A fantastic block on the edge by an offensive lineman. Kind of dove at the legs, just got right in front of the defender, and Yardy was able to do the rest and put it into the end zone.
And with the extra point going through, Oklahoma now leading by 10. Over on Twitch, Oklahoma State has stretched it out to a 13-0 lead as they are just now entering halftime. So a good game going over there. But if you want scoring action, all the good scores are over here.
Here we go.
Yes, that is exactly true.
Now driving back, halfback screen of their own for the Illini. That one ends up with a loss of 5 yards. Timeout called by the Fighting Illini. 2nd and 15.
Dan Stroker, the sophomore linebacker, making the tackle for loss.
Now toss to the left, and Bryson Stamper able to make the catch, get 1 foot down in bounds, picks up 9. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Stamper from Ronda, North Carolina. Great job of getting that foot and bounce on that corner route. Gives the a 3rd and manageable here.
Now 3rd and 7. Another screen pass. Blockers cut inside. Runner cuts outside. That means only a gain of 2. It's 4th down. Oklahoma is now taking their first timeout to give themselves a little bit more than 1:45 to see if they can't go down and stretch this lead out some more.
This could be very dangerous for Illinois. If they give up points here, Oklahoma will get the ball at the half as well. So in this, last 2 minutes, maybe the first 5 minutes of the next quarter as well, we could see 2 touchdowns put on the board, 2 fantastic scoring opportunities. The Illinois defense has to step up.
And Oklahoma just coming off the touchdown drive to stretch the lead out to where it is now. Now Derek Power looking and throws left. No one really over there. That one just got rid of as there was too good of coverage downfield.
Yeah, smart throwaway there. Stops the clock as well. Doesn't make you burn a timeout. You've got loads of time if you're Oklahoma.
2nd down. Ball handed off. Ike Porter is not able to break out of the containment and loses 2 on that run.
Rex O'Brien with the tackle for loss there. Nice job getting Porter in the backfield and bringing him down quickly, forces the 3rd and long. Who knows, if they get a stop here, Illinois could have plenty of time to score.
Now 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, back on his left hip. Derek Power has all day in the backfield. Now the pressure's starting to come. He airs it out deep down the right side into double coverage, and that is intercepted, and I thought they were going to run it back for the touchback, but instead bring it out and still make it out to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's Luka Hudson's 2nd interception of the game today. Gets burned by Bobby Moss, but the ball is a little bit underthrown, which lets Hudson come back and make the play. Power has thrown his 3rd interception on the night tonight, and this Illinois defense has made him pay for it, but they have to put points on the board here.
With 1:11 left here in the first half, there's plenty of time still for the Illini to get downfield. Shoemate doesn't see anything downfield, goes ahead and breaks it up to the right, and is scrambling for his life and is able to pick up 10. A generous spot, gives him a 1st down and freezes the clock for a moment.
I thought he might have been at least a yard short there, Kevin. Leo Guerrero, the safety, getting robbed of a nice tackle.
Now dropping back, pressure coming and grabbing as he runs by. That's going to be Dan Stroker with the sack.
First sack of the season for Stroker. Just runs right by the offensive guard, gets into the backfield and swings him down like it was nothing. Fantastic job by that Oklahoma defense, and no timeout call here by Illinois. They might be content to just let this one go into the half.
Now 2nd and 18 coming up here. 40 seconds left. We'll see if they just let the clock run out here. And it does look like that's going to be the case. Don't want to give the Sooners a chance to get more points. Ball will be snapped with just under 15 seconds left. 2 receivers either side as the clock runs down. Ball snapped with 15 left on the clock. Pressure coming. Screen pass. Blockers too far upfield. Spencer Lewis loses the yard. Oklahoma takes the timeout. They want to have a chance. They know they're going to get the ball back around the 50-yard line. Think maybe they have time for a Hail Mary.
Yeah, a bit surprised they didn't call a timeout on the previous drive and let so much run down.
And there's the run. Forces the last timeout from Oklahoma. There's 7 seconds left. We'll see if that... I would expect that means they're going to just call for the fair catch so they have time to get a playoff.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Punt is away and tackled with 1 second left on the clock. Oklahoma will have 1 shot.
I'm surprised that the timekeeper didn't use a little bit of hometown cooking there for the Illini and let this go into the half.
Yep. Now 3 receivers to the left. Derek Power, step back. Just going to air it out way downfield, throws it up into a mass of people. And it is caught, but unfortunately, that is not going to be a touchdown. It is just 24-14. Oklahoma is taking the lead into the first half. Tony, break down this first half for us.
Well, we saw the Illini put up a great fight early as well, which is kind of, I think, what we expected. Oklahoma is notorious for starting a little bit slow, it seems, before putting it on, especially in the second half. But late in this second quarter, Kevin, Oklahoma has put points on the board, taken a 10-point lead. And the Illini have scored on some big plays. They had the pick six, and they had the huge touchdown run. They've yet to really put a bunch of successful drives together. So look to see if they can string some plays together in the second half, and Oklahoma continues to just put points on the board.
Yeah, we've seen in the replays here, Luka Hudson seems to be trying to will the team on his back. He's got a few big interceptions, some great pass breakups, had the interception, and we see the yard difference there with almost a 3-to-1 yardage advantage and nearly 4 extra minutes of time of possession. Oklahoma does feel like they should be more in control than they are, but a 10-point lead is nothing to sneeze at.
No, it's not. You're right. 10-point lead is nothing to sneeze at. But as you can see as well, they have 200 more passing yards, but they also have 2 more interceptions thrown, as well as PT Holochat points out. They're leading at the half for the first time since week 2, so they normally come from behind. But here, maybe a little bit of unfamiliar territory, it seems like, for Oklahoma. We'll see how they can play with the lead.
And so, real quick update over on Twitch. Ohio State has jumped out now to a 20-point lead over Notre Dame. They've got 6.5 left to go in the third.
Yeah, it definitely seems like this is the more entertaining ball game, Kevin. It seems, as you mentioned earlier, make sure if you're in chat, you get in your locker rooms. Tell them to come watch this game on YouTube, watch the game on Twitch. Get involved. It's a great time to watch football here on a Wednesday evening.
The Illini look like they're bringing some pressure, hand the ball off, and that's going to be Ike Porter running it up for the Sooners, but only able to pick up 1.
Yeah, great job by that Illinois defense. J.W. Ibeck coming up from the linebacker position to make the play. They've done a much better job this second quarter, especially of stopping the run.
Trying to get Ike Porter going again. He had the huge runs early, had a 9-yard average, but the last 2 plays have gone nowhere. It's now 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Houston Kai, the sophomore defensive end, first time we're calling his name with the great hit off that left edge.
3rd and 12, looking to pick up big yardage. Quick screen pass. Again, the blockers setting up too far downfield as the defender's able to cut underneath. This could be another loss of 1. Ike Porter loses another yard. It's 4-13, and the punt team is coming out.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of stand that the Illini needed. Brandon Catchings, the sophomore safety, coming up with the tackle. Oklahoma's had a lot of success on screen plays, especially on 1st and 2nd down, but right there, the defense did just enough to force him out of bounds and get good field position here early in this second half.
Really good field position as breaking forward to Shaq Edwards, 25 yards on that return. Ball's going to be out near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, great return is right. Got to put points on the board here, at least a field goal, but you never want to trail, or you never want to be trailing and kicking field goals. Maybe you got to put this in the end zone.
Pressure coming, a shoemate able to toss that one to the right and floating it. Dan Stroker looks to make the big play, but isn't able to haul in the interception.
That's a pick 6 as well. We've seen the Illini come up with the interceptions. Oklahoma has not so far. That's at least the 2nd pick 6 that has been dropped.
Now handing the ball off, having to run over his own players is Spencer Lewis Jr., but he's able to do so and picks up 9. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Gets them in 3rd and very manageable there. Isaiah Halderman had him in the backfield, but just wasn't able to come up with the tackle.
Wide receiver in motion coming towards the bottom of the screen. Now drifts into the backfield. Ball handed off, though, and that's going to be run forward for a 1st down for the Illini. That's one of the first downs we've seen picked up through the ground game for the Illini tonight.
That's a good point. You're absolutely right. Yeah, the senior halfback, great job of getting through almost into the red zone.
Ball handed off on a nice sweep play, and that's going to be Jessica Stevens showing off her legs as part of the running game this time, and picks up 6.
I think that's her first rush on the season as well for Jessica Stevens. So remember, she's the leading receiver, but great job in the run game there, like you said.
Play action, toss to the right, has a man wide open. I should say woman wide open. Jessica Stevens makes another great play, picks up 14. It's 1st and goal.
The freshman is making her mark in this season and in this ball game. That's a quick find by Shoemate, saw the linebacker blitz, and found Stevens right away.
Shifting over to the strong formation. Ball handed off, running right, has room, and able to get into the end zone. Fighting Illini, score the touchdown. Spencer Lewis Jr. with the carry.
Great rush there by Lewis Jr. Followed the blockers, bowled over a couple defenders. Fifth rushing touchdown of the season for Lewis Jr., having himself a fantastic senior season for the Illini.
And I think we saw it thrown in chat, but Ohio State has scored again. It is now 27-0. Notre Dame getting ready to punt the ball away again with 4 minutes left to go in the third. So definitely tell all your friends to come over here where we've got a much better football game. As Oklahoma, leading by 3, runs the ball from the goal line and is able to get to the 25-yard line on the return. As we see the stat summary come up for the first 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, Oklahoma, as you can see, has run a lot more plays. They've had the ball much more often, but those turnovers have just been so costly. Now only a 3-point lead here.
Derek Power hands the ball off, doing his best Heisman pose is Ike Porter, who does manage to pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 yards, very, very difficult 5 yards. Looked like he tried to go up and over a defender, but got hit at the hip and flipped over. Great tackle.
Now 2nd and 5, wide receiver in motion. Derek Power drops back, throws left, and that's going to be caught, but dragged down immediately as Bobby Moss. They're going to give him forward progress for a pickup of 2.
Yeah, that's Thomas Schultz. Had to pick 6 earlier, but great tackle there, preventing him from getting the first down.
Now coming out, 2 receivers to the side, back now coming out to the side as well. Empty backfield, thrown to the left, and Quintarius White comes up to make a great defensive stop there.
Yeah, the sophomore corner flew up, exactly, made the great play. It kind of looked like he was playing in that nickel position. Great job of getting or preventing that quick pass from being completed. Illinois will get the ball back with the chance to take the lead. This is maybe a little bit danger territory if you're Oklahoma. You normally come out hot, especially at the start of the second half. Not so much here so far. Illinois could put some points on the board here and strike some fear in the Sooners, it seems like.
Indeed it does. We saw them saying this is the first time they've led coming into the half. You mentioned it being unfamiliar territory, but there Shoemate just gets walloped in the backfield. Loss of 12 on that sack.
Yeah, fantastic play by Lloyd. Couldn't get the screen pass off. Just too quick was the sophomore defensive tackle. That's the 3rd sack of the season for Lloyd, big number 99. Just too quick, Kevin. You got to get at least a hand on him if you're those offensive linemen.
Absolutely. We've seen the screen pass work a little bit for both teams at that time. Now setting them back 2nd and 22 from the 30. Drum back, trying to get downfield. This one has to just be thrown away because the defensive line was coming through again.
I think that was Shane Lloyd again as well, who was right in the face of Shoemate. Hall says in chat, do it again. That's exactly what he did.
Now 2 receivers right, 1 to left. Pressure coming and sacked again at the 20. Shoemate dropped again. That's Jack Lawson. 3rd sack on the night for him. 4th and a country mile.
Yeah, Lawson up to 10 sacks on the season. Fantastic. Congratulations to him for that. That's a number not a lot of people see in a season, maybe even in a career. And they're going to get the ball back with fantastic field position as well. It's the field position defensive battle here, Kevin, so far.
Yeah, the second half has been much more defensive than the first, when we saw that explosion of points. Now the return comes out to about the 47 on the right side of the 50. Martinez with a nice return there.
Yeah, great return as well. Gets across the 50-yard line. Oklahoma again having good field position. We'll see if they can put points on the board here this time.
Oklahoma looking to try, put something together. Pressure coming. Power decides trying to scramble for it, but there's nowhere to go. He just ends up running into the line, loses 4 on that run, scramble.
Yeah, Harry Coggins will get credit for the sack. That'll be his second on the season, but you're right. I think it was just Power kind of got happy feet in the pocket there, couldn't really do anything. Great job of bringing him down.
Definitely want to see your quarterback trying to keep their eyes downfield. But in that case, I think there was just nothing open downfield, nowhere to go. Dropping back to pass again. This time, good protection. And pass is complete. Greg Givens Sr., we haven't called his name in the second half yet, was able to pick up 5.
No, we have not. I don't know if we called his name in the second quarter, Kevin. He's kind of disappeared from this ball game, but maybe that's what Oklahoma's trying to do, lure the Illinois defense to sleep on him.
Now dropping back. More time to throw. That one is almost intercepted. White again on the deflection. That's his 3rd breakup of the night.
Yeah, and another punt forced by Illinois. Defensive battle back and forth, but the field position will be very poor. We'll see if we can get maybe a for the brand moment here. It doesn't quite look like it, but the coverage is pretty good. Gets about to the 25-yard line. Illinois, again, got to put points on the board here. Take the lead and, maybe cause some chaos.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some good plays on both sides. Illinois' offense has struggled to have back-to-back good drives. But after that last one, you just saw the offensive line kind of get dominated. We'll have to see if maybe they can come up with a way to get the ball out just a little bit faster.
Yeah, you're exactly right. A little bit quicker. As Hall says, again, where are the crossing routes? Now you're seeing what I'm seeing. It's underutilized. I say it every game, and Oklahoma's gone away from it and has had no success.
Now to prevent the quarterback sacks, they hand the ball off. Spencer Lewis Jr. rumbling forward, carrying defenders on his back, picks up 11.
Great rush by Lewis Jr., really taking the team on his back this game, as he has all season.
And we saw he has 109 yards. That's after the 75-yard run for a touchdown earlier. Now big pass down the right side. Open field in front of him. There's the touchdown for the Illini.
T. Weary with the fantastic job getting into the end zone, burns the coverage. Looked like a little bit of a cover 2 beater there. The Chicago native, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the season. Illinois has taken the lead here, Kevin.
And with that, maybe Oklahoma feels like they're in more familiar territory being down in the second half. And thus, that's going to get their offense back where they want to be. But definitely a great game as the Illini are looking to maybe play the role of upset here.
Yeah, you're right. You said that maybe they wanted to give up the touchdown, maybe fire or light a fire under themselves. That's an interesting take. I'm here for that, Kevin. I love that. We'll see if they can go put this into the end zone, and then you'll be right. If they score here, Kevin, you're right, and we'll take it.
I see Tyrone Hall in chat saying, this is where we would like to be. Feels like home. We'll see if that results in great plays as this pass just gets tossed away.
No, they're going to give credit to Givens for the reception. I thought that went out of bounds as well. I know. I think they need to review that one. He looked like a yard out of bounds.
I don't even know what's going on there. Now we have the handoff to Ike Porter, who runs and is able to pick up 3. I'm not even sure where to go with that last play.
He ran it up the middle and ran right into Ibeck with his 10th tackle of the game. Just an incredible performance by the linebacker. But yeah, if Oklahoma's driving, it seems like they kind of forgot about Givens a couple plays ago.
Now 2nd and 7. Wide receiver motions the backfield. Read option keeper. Derek Power is going to pick up 2 on that keeper. Bring up 3rd and 5.
Blake Davis, the freshman safety, comes up, gets a 6th tackle, and flies up and gets him for a gain of only 2 yards there. Great defense.
Now with 4 receivers to the left. Derek Power stepping up in the pocket and gets dropped in the backfield for a sack. That's Rex O'Brien making the big defensive play for the Illini.
Yeah, looked like a bit of a sandwich that was coming in to bring him down there. Rex O'Brien utilizes a great spin move. Houston Kai was in the backfield as well. That's the 2nd sack of the season for O'Brien. And this is a 4th and 8. Illinois is going to get the ball back. Not good field position again, but they have utilized the big play effectively. If they could do it again, get inside the 30-yard line, get a field goal. This is very interesting.
This ball brought in at the 15-yard line, and Shaq Edwards just runs it straight out of bounds almost, it looks like.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to save some energy, save some wear and tear on his body for some big plays later in the game that might actually be smart, and it could come to fruition here. You never know.
Could at that. It does mean that you're not at any risk of any sort of like tackle into a fumble or anything. So now coming out here, ball sitting on the 27. The Illini with a 4-point lead, 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Drop back play action, quick toss to the left, and that's Connor Stevens making a 14-yard gain.
That's a fantastic throw. You know, we've seen all season that those tight ends and those inside receivers have a lot of success running the corner routes right to the sideline, and that's exactly what he did. Dylan Shoemate with a great throw.
Now coming out with a fresh set of downs. Dylan Shoemate is looking. Pressure's coming back towards him, and that one's tossed, and Jessica Stevens somehow comes down with that and picks up another first down.
That's an unbelievable catch. Great concentration. Dejon Richardson was right there to make the play, just couldn't come up with it.
Now read option keeper. Defender dives for the wrong person. That gives Shoemate room to pick up 7.
Yeah, that's a great run by Shoemate.